Now it says we are live. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm here today with three of the leaders of the workshops that will be happening this Sunday, the 27th of September. I thought it would be a good idea for them to come on a live stream and introduce themselves and give you guys a better idea of what they have to offer and what you can gain from the experiences they have in mind. So I will just allow them to introduce themselves in the order that the workshops are going to be happening. So first we have Allegra from Bali. And if you, would like to share.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for the beautiful project that Valencia is bringing, uniting people together, from all over the world. I think it's very nice initiative. Well, my name is Allegra. I'm half Brazilian, half Italian, and welcome to Bali. We're in Bali, and well, I would like to share a bit of the project that, the class that I will give tomorrow at 5 p.m. here in Bali and Monday morning as well, 7 p.m. But then we will confirm the dates and the times, I'm sure, for everywhere else in the world. Basically, it's a Balinese dance class. Um, it's been 5 years now that I work with Balinese Balinese dance, as a student and also as a teacher. So I'm an actress, and I mix Balinese dance with my work. I have my own theater company, and I mix it with ritual. Basically, what I create is ritualistic art. That's how I like to call the kind of work that I do. And it was very much inspired by everything that I've learned and that I lived in Bali in the last 5 years. And this class, basically, it's a mixture of everything. But of course, we're going to be focusing in the Balinese dance. We will be focusing in the technique, for our bodies. How do we put our bodies in that position? It's a very different way of movement that we Westerns are really used to it. So it's a very asymmetrical body. I like to call it the god and the goddess body. If we think about Shiva, that beautiful image of Shiva, where he has like 4 arms and he's really inclined in one of his hips, it is that. It's almost like we become our own gods and goddesses. And for me, it was very empowering to learn all this process. It made me realize a lot of things about myself, my inner self that I didn't know before. It made me realize who I am, or who I want to become in a way, because I think we're always changing, we're always in movement. But we're gonna work with meditation a bit, and then after the meditation, I will give an introduction about the Balinese culture in relation with dance, because it's impossible to talk about the dance or to dance Balinese dance without understanding the culture, without at least giving a panorama of what it's Bali, what's the culture, what is this culture here. It's very important for them. And then I will share a bit of the dance with everyone. So I'm gonna dance a bit for everyone who will be joining the workshop, and we're gonna work in the movements together. And then we will be able to improvise our own personal dance to nature, basically, because the Balinese dance is a dance to nature. The Balinese, they believe they are a link between the material world and the spiritual world. And they are an offering who's moving. So the idea is that tomorrow we will all be able to be an offering who is moving and experiment that feeling in our bodies. And that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you can all make it. And I will be very, very, very happy to share a bit of this beautiful Bali magic, because there is a big witchcraft and magic in all the Balinese culture. It's very beautiful. I hope you can all come. And thank you so much for the opportunity of being here and sharing a bit of my work.
Yeah, thank you for that beautiful description of what you are creating. It's always interesting for me as an Indonesian to hear about non-Indonesians, I guess, interpretation of a culture that is Indonesian, even though Bali is kind of in its own space. Like Indonesia is so vast. It's really hard to say what is Indonesian culture, you know? Yeah. So yeah, thank you for bringing that. I will go through the timings at the end so we have it all together. But Soraya, if we could have you now to speak a bit about yourself and the workshop you're offering.
Hello, everybody. I'm Soraya, and I am in India, in Rishikesh, and I'm originally from the Netherlands. And tomorrow afternoon, my time afternoon, I'm gonna guide a breathwork session. And I find it a very beautiful link. For me, breathwork is very related to shadow work. It's a tool that I'm using myself as well on my own journey. The work that I do in the world, I would call like priestess work. So I'm walking the priestess path. And one of the tools that I'm using there is breath work. And breath work is bringing up, or the technique that I'm working with is bringing up the things that are stored in our bodies. So basically our body is, I would like to call it our subconscious mind. Our body is the storage room of everything that we've never expressed. So we have all these memories in our body, and we feel triggered, you know, in daily life, and things we feel we are in kind of ways still restricted. And with breath, you open your body, you open your vessel, and basically you breathe into these places where there is tension stored and where it feels tight, where there's like dense energy. So emotions that we never expressed, or trauma or pain or our shadows are all stored in the body, and it's like its density. And when we don't work with that, at one point it will restrict us, right? We get like pain in parts of our body, maybe we get even diseases. So oxygen is something that is very, very healing. It's pure medicine. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna guide you first through a meditation, and then I'm gonna explain more about the technique, and we're gonna breathe into the body. So we're gonna gift our body. Like it's truly a gift for the body to bring a lot of oxygen in the body. And then with that, stuff is gonna come up, stuff we maybe haven't felt for a very long time. And I'm gonna hand you tools to release. So it's time, you know, your body is super wise. So it will show you whatever needs to be released, whatever needs to be felt. And it will come up, and I'm gonna hand you certain tools for you to release. And the beauty of this technique is that it's like a self-healing tool. So I'm gonna guide you, but it's super simple. So it's like a tool that you can integrate in your daily life. And yeah, also what was shared in the post by that it is for, you know, de-stressing the body. So basically what it does when we have all these things stored in the body, memories, old memories, trauma, our shadows, our nervous system can be can feel tight, right? So when we breathe in there and when we do this breath work, we basically start to regulate our nervous system. And when we have a regulated and soft nervous system, we are deeper in connection with ourselves, with our heart. We can feel a deeper connection with our partner, with our friends, with our parents. So it's super beautiful, right? To open the body, to soften the nervous system, to not be in a state of stress and survival all the time. But really deepen the breath and coming down in the belly, so you feel safe and softer in life and in daily life. Yeah, and it's a tool that I'm using also. Like I'm breathing every week with myself. So it's something that I'm using on my own journey as well, to keep my nervous system soft and open. Yeah, be super welcome. I'm looking forward to see you in the space. Yeah, and if you've planned to join, be sure that you're in a safe space by yourself, and that you have the space to move and make sounds as well. That's important. Yeah, so just as a reminder, if you feel interested in joining. Okay, thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Soraya, for sharing your passion, a very evident, clear passion for what you're doing. I think that's the best, that you're gifting something that you already are. Let's put it that way, it comes to you abundantly. Yeah, so lastly, we have Matt, who is doing a soul writing workshop, and I will allow him to speak more on that.
Hi, everybody. So my name's Matt Rivers. What's apparent just from listening to Allegra and Soraya is how holistic all of our techniques are, and they interlink really nicely into each other. Whether you're dancing archetypes or using breath work to drop into your body, each of them prepare us for each other technique. So if we all turn up to these workshops, we're actually gaining a big bag of tools to explore our inner landscape and our inner technology. So soul writing kind of very much connects to archetypes like Shiva, Shakti, our shadows, and very much connects to breath work, where we're coming into ourselves and discovering our shadows. I'm a singer and a songwriter and an author. I've just released a book. And essentially what we're doing is we're using meditation in the beginning, a short meditation to drop into ourselves. So if you've done the breath workshop, then you're well prepared for the soul writing. And we use short timed exercises to move into a state of flow, heart coherence, which is a state that you achieve through breath. It's a state that as a dancer, I know Allegra, you'll know exactly what flow feels like. And you just move with your creativity. It's like applied meditation in motion. So in that meditation, in that state of flow, that heart coherence, we do some writing exercises. We explore what's inside of us. We explore the shadows that Soraya is talking about, those emotions that are stuck in the body. And in writing, we give movement, we give voice to our shadow, so it comes out. And it doesn't mean we're regurgitating our shadow. It doesn't mean we're reliving it, because that's, reliving something means that we're just keeping the emotion going and repeating it. What we're doing is we're letting go of it. And we do like 3 or 4 exercises, and there'll be opportunity to share your writing if you want. There's never any pressure to share. And this isn't a writing class where anyone's being judged in writing their ability. This is about discovering that you have a writing voice, that you have a creative soul. I literally believe every single person on this planet is creative, and I've been told by so many people, but I'm not. And it's like, well, yeah, you are. You create every day with your thoughts, with your words, with your actions. And so that really, in a nutshell, the workshop is to meet our shadows and write about them. Maybe those shadows have something to tell us, to find our inner creative voice. And sometimes we get direct information from the very depth of our soul, wisdom, beautiful wisdom. And it's really, really great to be involved with this creative group and to be in a circle with Allegra and Soraya. I think if whoever turns up to all 3 workshops is going to have an amazing day.
Yep, and I really like what you said about how you believe everybody is creative. That is one of the things that I hope to encourage through the Metamorphosize project, which is that we are all creators, and that I always feel that when I'm creating more than I'm consuming, I feel much happier. So in a way, I'm kind of encouraging people to consume less and to create more, but also that creating does not equate to art. Creating can be anything. It can be making a recipe. It can be making a program. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be limited to art. It's just, in a way, you are being constructive and you're channeling your energy in a constructive way that fills you with joy. Creating is a joyful activity. And I think somehow we have been conditioned into a society that like you have to work and work hard, instead of like, you know, having fun but in a constructive way, which I think is much more sustainable, because if you're having fun doing what you're doing, then you can do it at all times. So I'm really thankful to be able to meet all of you and to create this platform where you can share your joy, so that other people can have a touch of that joy and also learn how to be more connected to themselves and more joyful in all the different approaches, because everyone, I guess, might feel more aligned with a certain approach than others. For some, the breath work is a very effective method of connecting. For some, they prefer writing, and for some, they prefer dancing. And there is no one size fits all. So I think, yeah, just try it and find what works for you. Yeah, so Allegra's workshop, she's doing two. The first one that she's doing is at 10 a.m. UK time, which I guess this would be more suited for those in Europe and Asia, and Australia as well. That's gonna be at about, I believe, 9 p.m. in Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken, 10 a.m. in the UK, and wait, 10 plus, I'm so bad at this. 7, yeah, it's sometime in the evening in Melbourne. So if you guys are within that range, between Europe and Australia, you can catch her first workshop. The second one is at 7 p.m. New York time, which would make it about 4 p.m. in California and 7 a.m. in Bali. So that's more if you're in North, Central, or South America, that part of the world. Soraya's workshop begins at 2 p.m. UK time, which makes it just not too far after Allegra's workshop finishes. And I guess in a way, then it will be quite good for people across Asia as well. So from 2 p.m. UK, that would make it 8 p.m. where I am in Jakarta, 9 p.m. in Singapore, and I guess 11 if you're in Melbourne, which is quite late, but some people, you know, sleep really late, so maybe that's not a problem. And then Matt's workshop happens shortly after Soraya's ends at 4:30 p.m. UK. And this would make it pretty good for those who are early birds in the American regions. If you're, I believe that's about 11:30 a.m. if you're in New York, or 8:30 a.m. if you're in California. And for those in Asia, it might be a bit late, but again, like if you're a night owl, then it's not a problem. And maybe that's when you have some peace, when all your family is asleep and you have time for yourself to just write. Yeah, so 4:30 p.m. UK is 10:30 p.m. where I am, and 11 in Jakarta, and 11:30 for Singapore, and things like that. So I will be posting the registration links for all of their workshops in the comments section of this post, of this live stream, so you can find direct links to all their events. And we would hope to see you there. If any of you have any last words to share, feel free. Otherwise, we can end here. Nobody has anything you want to share?
No, I was just going to say, I think you need a selection of clocks up in front of you.
Oh my God,
You know,
yes.
like maybe 10.
Yeah, that would be amazing if somebody can make it happen. But yeah, my phone already has like four different thingies. But yeah, I've been constantly doing math in my head for the past weeks. Just converting time zones all the time. But yeah, it's great. I think it's nice that we are connecting widely in this time when we are isolated, more than we have been in recent history. You know, so it's like with every action, there's an opposite equal reaction in a way. Like I feel like the more they try to isolate us, the more we connect. You know, because that's our natural expression. Naturally, we want to be connected. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and I would just say, in this time of how I see it, human evolution, we're at a shift point, and whilst it might be quite painful to be inside or locked away, and not that we should be or shouldn't be. That's not for me to say in this live stream. The point is, when you have the opportunity to work on stuff with inside of yourself, inner work, then you take it with all of your heart and all of your passion, because it's the best time now to do that work, to explore new things, dancing and breath work, yoga, writing, any creativity. Take that opportunity while you have it, and turn off Netflix.
Yeah, and yeah, what you were saying was making me think of how we are in this birthing moment, like you know, the pains of birthing. And I think, Soraya, you said you're like a womb priestess. Is that how you describe yourself? So maybe you're quite familiar with what I'm talking about, like a collective birth, you know, a collective out of the cocoon or something, however you want to call it. It's an ugly and uncomfortable process, but if you choose, you can choose to align to which kind of reality, which kind of earth you want to create. And I think if you stand strong within that conviction, then you will be part of this beautiful, full, happy, playful creatives, and yeah, joy. So yeah, thank you so much, all of you, for being here, and for agreeing to do this live stream kind of on short notice. And I am hopeful as possible will be attending your workshops and receiving the gifts that you have to share. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. Lovely to meet everyone. Namaste.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yay.